Hey nerds, welcome to JerWards and welcome to the 2021 JerAwards, something that we do at the end of each of our season recaps, right? As we go over our favorite moments from the season, from the big shows that we watch. Well, I decided to go over every single show and pick out the categories and do the little bit of the JerAwards. Now, originally, my plan for this was I have a green screen, but I couldn't figure out a way to set it up. And I didn't really feel like putting on a shirt and a tie because it's almost 80 degrees in late December right now of recording this. I had to crack the window open and turn some extra fans on. So I didn't want to sit here and sweat. But anyways, so the 2021 JerAwards, again, first time we're doing this. I'm going to go over what the categories are going to be. We're kind of going in reverse order of what we normally do in our season and series recaps. And then I also have timestamps down below if you want to jump to certain things that you guys want to watch, maybe certain categories or whatever. So here's the order we're going to do this in. Here's the categories. First, we're just going to do favorite kiss, big one to start with. Most heartbreaking scene from a show, favorite relationship from a show, favorite kill from a show, favorite moment, favorite episode of any of the shows I've watched, and favorite show watched on the channel. As well, we're going to do a brief thing at the end with the most watched video on the channel for the year of 2021, as well as favorite movie watched this year in the theater or favorite movie just watched overall, because that kind of goes in with just the shows, movies, and everything else. So that's what we're going to do. So again, timestamps if you want to watch a certain one of these first or just bounce around, whatever you want to do. If you are new to the channel, feel free to subscribe because we do have daily content. If there's a day, there is a reaction. Links will be in the description box down below. We have a Patreon, we have a Twitch stream, everything in between, merch, whatever, discount codes, whatever you want to do. And yeah, Jerry's here with us for the first annual JerAwards. So let's go ahead and get into it. We're going to reel off the nominees and then obviously our winner. Now, to kick things off, the first category I did say was going to be favorite kiss. I didn't put down a bunch of nominees for the favorite kiss. I just have the winner listed in front of me. But there has been a bunch of great kisses for about all the shows that we've watched. We've seen Damon and Catherine, their first bloody kiss. Damon and Elena, obviously. Wanda and Vision within their show. But I really there's only one winner for me. So that's why I didn't put down a bunch of stuff. Obviously, if I didn't mention a favorite kiss of yours right there, my apologies. But the best kiss that I watched this year of any show, hands down, was Stefan and Caroline's first kiss. Perfection. Perfection. I'm not hearing nothing else. Nothing else. Even though Damon and Elena's in the hotel was pretty nice, but still, Stefan and I almost said to Catherine. Stefan and Caroline's first kiss was amazing. Moving right along. The most heartbreaking scene from a show. Here are your nominees. The Originals finale from The Originals. Spoilers, by the way, for some of these shows. There's going to be spoilers for shows. I'm going to mention deaths and things. May want to skip ahead. Starting now. From Squid Game, three nominees. Ali's death, the old man's death in episode 6, the fake out death. 456, our main character, I think his name was Gi-hun, right? Returning home to find his mom had passed away. Liz Forbes' death from the Vampire Diaries. Loki watching his future in the TVA from Loki. Sam's speech about America in Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Wanda saying she can't feel Vision from WandaVision. Wanda saying goodbye to her kids in WandaVision. While there are a ton of heartbreaking moments, I don't have the Vampire Diaries finale listed because it was more of a happy thing when you think about it. The most heartbreaking scene from any show that we've watched this year, your winner, for me, is from the Vampire Diaries, Season 6, Episode 14. I hope I have that right. Liz Forbes' death was the first time that the show made me cry. First time any show that we've reacted to so far has made me cry. And it was very super fucking emotional. Liz Forbes, rest in peace. We love you. And yeah, I do have that more heartbreaking. I think I cried more during the Originals finale, but it wasn't that heartbreaking because we kind of knew it was happening. The Liz Forbes thing just kind of came out of left field, and I think that's what made it more impactful. But yeah. Favorite relationship in a show, if you've watched me then you probably outright know the answer, but your nominees are, which is very funny to start things off, Jeremy and Anna from The Vampire Diaries, Alaric and Jenna, Damon and Elena, Stefan and Caroline, Bonnie and Enzo. From the original, some of you may be like, what? Klaus and Cammy. I actually love them on screen together. Elijah and Haley, Josh and Aiden, Freya and Keelan. Now, the clear-cut winner for me, there is no competition in any of this. The winner for my favorite relationship on screen for a show watched this year, without a doubt, is Stefan and Caroline. Steroline to the day that I die. Argue with your mother. Or, I mean, you have your own opinion. You can have your own winner. That's just mine. All right, I'm going to keep it moving. Favorite kill from a show. This was also an easy one. Well, a little bit. So, from The Vampire Diaries, kicking things off there. Klaus killing his hybrids. Klaus killing Mama Lockwood. Damon killing Tyler. Stefan killing Enzo. Ooh, that's probably a rough one for a lot of people. I thought that was... It's fucked, but it was a great kill. Enzo killing old girl with a doorknob. Top tier. From the originals, Elijah killing Agnes. Top tier. Elijah killing Klaus killing Marcel's vampires. Haley killing those witches. Again, spoilers for a lot of this stuff. For Invincible, Omni-Man killing the rest of the knockoff Justice League. From Falcon and Winter Soldier, right? The U.S. agent, Mr. Johnny Walker, killing little buddy with the shield. A lot of top tier kills, but my favorite kill from any show that we've watched so far is, well, let me reword it. Favorite, and the winner, favorite kill from a show this year is Enzo killing that girl with the doorknob. That shit, I called it immediately. I was like, just hit her in the head with the fucking doorknob. And what did he do? Ripped it off, binked her right in the head. They walked right in. Top tier murder. Even though Damon killing Tyler was the most satisfaction I've had from watching a kill on screen. Shout out Enzo. Favorite moment from a show. Starting things off with WandaVision. Wanda becoming the Scarlet Witch. From the originals, Elijah and Marcel working together against the Strix when they were in cahoots with one another. Klaus painting with hope was also top tier. From Invincible, Omni-Man killing the Heroes League. From Invincible, Omni-Man dog walking his son. From The Vampire Diaries, Stefan and Damon's hug after Damon had died. From The Vampire Diaries, the final hug between Stefan and Damon. From Star Wars Visions, Ronan revealing a red saber. From What If, Ultron one-shotting Thanos. From Falcon and the Winter Soldier, Sam's suit reveal. From Loki, the OG Loki building Asgard in his final moment. This is tough, but my favorite moment of 2021 from the shows that we watched comes from Invincible, and it's episode 1, and it's Omni-Man killing the rest of the heroes. That shit had me shooketh 1,000 different ways. 10 out of 10 would watch again. Omni-Man. Top tier moment. I don't know. I keep saying that, but it's my favorite moment from any show. So, yeah. What about favorite episode that I've watched from any show? Favorite episode across every show watched on this channel this year. Here are your nominees. The series finale of the originals. The series finale of The Vampire Diaries, Season 8, Episode 16. The Season 1 finale of Loki. The first episode of Invincible. Ronan from Star Wars Visions. Beyond the Aquila Rift from Love, Death, and Robots. The Season 1 finale of Falcon and Winter Soldier. The Episode 6 of Squid Game, Ganbu. There's other episodes that I really loved along the way. A race car named Desire, streetcar named Desire was also really good. So far from Teen Wolf, really, really loved an episode I most recently watched, but I don't think that's going to be out on YouTube for a minute, so maybe a few days. Nonetheless, my favorite episode from any show that we've watched so far this year, your winner is Season 8, Episode 16 of The Vampire Diaries, I Was Feeling Epic, is a perfect conclusion to a show. I really loved it. For a show that really, Seasons 1, 2, 3, and 4 were phenomenal. 5 dips a little bit. 5 has a great finale. 5 doesn't necessarily dip. It's really good. It goes off course. Season 6 is phenomenal. 7 and 8 I loved them. They were just bottom tier compared to everything else. But they really gave us a perfect finale, one that was not heartbreaking, but it pulled at your heartstrings because it was wrapping up something that has 171 episodes. And it's something that we watched all these characters grow and develop, and we watched characters like Caroline go from being not liked to loved. We watched characters like Enzo go from wavering up and down between liked and loved, and random relationships like Bonnie and Enzo that came out of left field that I didn't like at first, but ended up loving. We saw characters come and leave. We saw, we lose Elena, we lose Jeremy from them walking from the show to do other things. And then we realize that the story is all about Stefan, and we really get the emphasis on the brotherly bond and the brotherly love and friendship between Stefan and Damon and their ups and downs, from going from love to hatred back to love again, and working from Damon's redemption story and bringing in all these supernatural elements and threats to them. And we get the originals and then the spinoff for the originals. And to have that episode there at the end to wrap it up was actually 10 out of 10. My favorite episode I've watched of anything this year. So I'm actually going to save my favorite show for last, for the grand finale. That's going to be the big award. I thought about doing a giant in memoriam, but that would have been super confusing, right? So instead, let's do an analytical thing from the channel, the most watched videos, right? I'll give the top 5 most watched videos from this channel, even though there's a bunch of Teen Wolf ones. There's a lot of Teen Wolf in the top 10, but top 5. Coming in at number 5 is The Vampire Diaries, I Was Feeling Epic. The series finale had 30,000 views. I had a Void Styles video that was 43,000 views. That's number 4. Number 3 is the pilot for The Vampire Diaries, which has 53,000 views. Number 2 is a Styles video, Sarcastic Styles, 55,000 views. And number 1 is the Multi-Females Boys Will Be Boys reaction video, 3 minutes and 50 seconds. That has, that's the average view duration. I was like, that video is a little bit longer. Has 311,000 views. That is fucking nutty. That is the most watched video on this channel. Back to the award ceremony. I don't have nominees for this. I'm just going to say it outright. My favorite movie watched in the year 2021, for movies that came out in 2021, movies that I went to the theater to watch. My favorite movie watched this year is by far, landslide, Spider-Man No Way Home. Favorite movie watched this year overall, things I've watched on Netflix, Hulu, Stars, HBO Max. The winner still is Spider-Man No Way Home. If you haven't seen it, go see it. And that's going to lead us to our grand finale, my favorite show watched on this channel, JerWards Reacts, my favorite show of the year. Are you ready? In case you're wondering what we watched this year on this channel, I'm going to let you know. We've watched The Vampire Diaries, the originals, Loki, WandaVision, Invincible, Falcon and Winter Soldier, Star Wars Visions, Hawkeye, Marvel's What If, Love, Death, and Robots, and Squid Game for shows. And we're currently watching Teen Wolf. And if you're wondering why Teen Wolf wasn't nominated for anything, because we're in the middle of watching it. It'll be nominated for next year. With that being said, all those shows, how many shows is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 shows. 2 seasons of Love, Death, and Robots. Everything else has 1 season. Shows that we outright finished was really The Vampire Diaries and the originals from start to finish that have a full finale. Everything else should be getting 2nd or 3rd seasons. Favorite show so far watched on this channel comes down to 2. About vampires. My favorite show watched so far on this channel, building the suspense, is The Vampire Diaries. For every reason I said for my favorite episode, watching all those characters develop, going from season 1 of getting all the introductions to all these characters, and the supernatural element was super heavy, and learning about people's backstories, learning about Bonnie being a witch, and Elena, just her love triangle. Stefan and Damon kind of fighting for this. Damon being in love with Catherine to hating Catherine. Stefan being kind of the white knight to knowing he has his own moral dilemma, to learning things from ancient past and getting introduced to characters like Jenna and Alaric, and having character development for Jeremy, and watching the originals come in and kind of develop friendships with characters, and learning about friendships in the past and kind of driving them off into their own show, and getting completely out of hand, or having the season 5 finale of just the afterlife being destroyed and thinking that we just lost both Bonnie and Damon at the same time. Losing Lexi and losing people, that everything just being super emotional. The death of Liz Forbes and the moments like Hi Mom, Stefan and Caroline's first kiss, Damon and Elena's first kiss, and Elena having her memory wiped and then slowly learning to still love Damon. Alaric being a super overpowered vampire who dies but comes back, and Damon losing his best friend and gaining his best friend, and for some dumb reason kind of losing him again after Alaric called him his brother. So many great villains like Catherine and the originals and Klaus, and everybody's just... It's just a great show from start to finish. While season 7 and 8 again dip, it's just phenomenal. And I really love it. I would 100% watch again in my free time. And I'm glad that this was recommended to me and it was the first show we watched on this channel. And that's how we're going to wrap up 2021 with the JerAwards, with our favorite show being The Vampire Diaries. Thank you guys for hanging out. If you watched this full video, I've been recording for 22 minutes. I do have a couple pauses and cuts I got to make to shorten that down. But yeah, thank you for a phenomenal 2021. I will see you guys in 2022. I can't wait for all the shows that we watch, the nominees we have for next year. Maybe we have different awards thrown in here. And yeah, I just appreciate you guys. Jerry appreciates you. He loves hanging out. And I think on that note, we're going to go ahead and bounce. Links and everything for the Patreon if you want to watch things uncut, full videos, full episodes. If you want to hang out live on the Twitch stream. If you want to check out any of the discount links or any other bullshit we got down there in the description box, links and everything in the description box down below. Playlists are up on screen for everything else on the channel. And as always, one last time for 2021, stay cute, stay hydrated, and I will catch you on the next one.